Good evening. Time for this evening's Patreon game. Actually, this is War for the Overworld. I've never played this game before, but as I best understand, this is a spiritual sequel to the Dungeon Keeper games. Barcode is suggesting that we should give a recap on what Dungeon Keeper is, because not everyone here will be familiar with it. Oh, it's the greatest product of the late 90s, and a rare case of Peter Molyneux truly delivering. The game was amazing. I loved it. Massive part of my childhood, that game. Which makes it all the more surprising that I didn't touch this game when it came out. Well, maybe there's some good reason for that. It came out in 2015. I had other things on my mind in 2015. I was moving to Sweden. Little did I know what I was in for there. So this must have fallen by the wayside. Nonetheless, I still didn't pick it up. I don't really have a good explanation for why I didn't pick it up after that, but here it is today to right that wrong. Now we'll be giving this a shake for a couple of hours, but there's more to it than that. This is also going to be not unlike when we played through Xenonauts, because this is also a long play candidate. So it'll also be a case of sniffing it out for that, and if the game cuts the mustard, which thinking about it is a strange phrase, if the game measures up, then it may well get fast-tracked onto the long play list. Of course, then it still has to win the vote, but nothing's perfect for a game. In any case, let's enjoy the cutscene and then jump into what the game has to offer.
Now go!
Welcome back, Underlord. I must say, I wasn't expecting you quite so soon. The transference may have left you feeling a bit foggy in the head. Focus now. I'll try to ease you back into it. Fortunately, this does seem to get easier each time. This is your home realm, the source of your power, and the anchor that binds you to reality. Many years ago, it was destroyed, and you were cast out into formless nothing. Fortunately, you've returned from your exile to once again challenge those who would stand between us and the mortal realm of Kairos. Your resurrection heralds the next phase of our assault upon its wretched empire, now led by the newly crowned Emperor Lucius. But he is least and final of our worries. It's his generals and the protection of their goddess Kira that will truly test our mettle. Ready yourself, Underlord. Let's begin our war for the Overworld.
I'm going to draw a comparison, and it's a comparison that's going to make nobody happy. You see all that cutscene stuff with the seemingly unfinished sketches there? Reminded me a lot of Stronghold 3, another game that came out around this time period. Okay, let's not get bogged down with that. Let's actually start the game, which I assume we want to click on 1 Oberon's Realm for.
I've been looking for someone to spearhead my campaign. But
oh, hey,
before
John.
we get stuck in, let's refresh that old mind of yours.
I saw you reply to me. I have not yet had a chance to read. I will probably do so when I'm awake and alert. Which, given RimWorld's addiction, might be a bit.
It's been a long time since you were banished to the ether. You've returned as a husk of your former self. But I've taught far denser underlords than you. Let's start with the basics. This is your dungeon core.
I will likely find this quite patronizing.
Your workers are an extension of your dark.
Right, so we got imps, got you.
Put them to work by clicking and dragging your cursor. Your
Simple
workers
as.
will now rush forth to dig
Can I
out
slap
and
them?
claim the
Of
town
course I can.
Once they have laid down the stones, marking the ground as your own, you will be able to build rooms upon the finished tiles. While your lackeys get to work, look to the east of your dungeon core.
East,
this
you
is
say?
A gateway, one of the many
So if anybody here has played Dungeon Keeper, and I hope that all of you have, because it's fantastic, This is all seeming very familiar straight away. And familiar is good, because Dungeon Keeper is very good. So this is our dungeon portal, no doubt. This looks to be gold that we will dig out when we eventually make ourselves a gold room. Wonder what's all this sweet treasure just lying around here, though.
Now that you have a gateway,
there is an incredibly... it's incredibly lacking in the speed of which I zoom in and out. There must be a zoom sensitivity? Mouse sensitivity, minimap, camera pan, camera rotation.
Your service.
Zooms out very slowly.
First, you'll need to build the rooms necessary to entice them in.
Right, give me the rooms. Where are they at?
By building a barracks.
To get some orcs.
This room will allow your minions to hone their combat skills without the risk of permanent death or disfigurement. Select it and build it by clicking and dragging your hand across the claimed tiles. Most rooms must be built at least 3 by 3 in order to function properly, though the lair and vault are effective at any size.
Very good.
A gnarling has entered your dungeon. Attracted by the barracks, these green-skinned scrappers are...
He looks really 2004, doesn't he?
Happily hack at your foes until someone outside of combat... Gnarlings will train themselves within your barracks. You can pick them up with a click if you find them slouching off, then deposit them anywhere within your dungeon with a right click. For further entertainment, you can always put yourself directly into their head by casting possession upon them.
Sounds like he's inviting me to do possession.
Will allow you to inhabit the mind of a minion, allowing you to see through their eyes, control their movement, and activate their abilities. Don't worry, Underlord. You'll soon get used to this. Now you can control your minion. You can increase the efficiency of props within your rooms by fortifying the walls closest to the props. Workers will fortify walls automatically when they've completed all their other tasks. Now that you have some minions, you will need to cater for their basic needs.
Alright, so as I understand, the barracks here is essentially the training room for them. This will be the lair for them. I really would like to be able to set up a treasure room, but treasure just seems to be lying around here. Maybe it's fine if it lies there. The pointer feels a little off, but oh well. This game does one thing that I had always hoped the Dungeon Keeper could have done, that's just a click and drag functionality of building rooms.
But see how your gold reserves have been depleted.
I do.
Command your workers to mine some of the nearby gold by tagging the gleaming tiles. They collect and return gold to your dungeon coffers, allowing you to spend it on whatever your dark heart desires. Your core can store up to 16,000 gold pieces.
Right, that's it. So it's getting stored here.
Sounds pitifully small.
It does.
Or if wealth inspires the evil in you,
It does.
simply build a vault to store more.
Then
now
we
that
shall.
You've got a bit of coin in your pocket, you can build a slaughter pan. This room produces scores of micro piglets, a delicacy that will sustain the weak flesh of your minions by filling their bellies with succulent pig flesh.
We'll get right on that,
The
Chief.
vault will store your hard-earned gold when your dungeon core can no longer store anymore. Each tile will store 1,000 gold, meaning the room is effective at any size.
The narration is pretty good, Lemon here. I'm happy with that. It's a little heavy-handed here, but that's probably just because I'm so used to it that I want to get a move on. Come on, where's the inundation attack? Yeah. Where is the being inundated by attacks of archers and lords of the lands and the avatar? Bring them on, please. God, I love Dungeon Keeper. It's a shame I've already done a long play of it. Could just do more of it.
Your dungeon.
Alright, so you're going to spawn these little piggies, which I can explode. Excellent.
Your dungeon has been breached. Cast Rally upon these spectres, and your minions will immediately sally forth to wreak bloody havoc.
So all I do is click it, teleports a minion to the safety of your...
Your dungeon core is under attack.
It doesn't appear to be doing rally. Oh, maybe I just grab them like that. Something is lost here.
Your dungeon core is being attacked. Well done. Now finish off the rest of these manifestations with a second rally flag.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but clicking on rally does not appear to do
Your core is
right.
taking damage.
Please read, Jake. Let's see. If during the 5-second channel time the target is attacked, please da 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 da. Maybe I could just pick up my units here and tell them to get to work.
Your core is under attack. You can cast Recall upon a minion to immediately return them to your dungeon. Though if they are attacked as it channels, then the spell will fizzle into nothing.
Yeah, when I was clicking on it before, it didn't seem to attach to my hand. But perhaps I was just missing something there. In fact, that's more than likely what was happening. It matters not. Oh, but it's actually asking me to cast Recall. Very well, there you go.
You're on a roll, Underlord. And I've been waiting far too long to begin my war for the Overworld. Let us
Oh,
head
it is
to the
Recall.
realm of
Where's Rally
Kairos
then?
and continue your retraining against a more fitting enemy. Well done, Underlord. I see it all coming back quite quickly.
Yes,
I
coming
expected
back.
nothing less. But there's much still to learn. Why don't we work in a bit of murder while we're at it? It's time for you to enter the realm of Kairos.
Ooh. Shocking. I should be expecting to get all the achievements here. Nevertheless, onwards and upwards. Where is upwards in this case? 1, 13... Probably the highlighted one, if I had to guess.
For a bigger challenge. Before you lies an Imperial keep, guarded by a certain Lord Rusimov. He had a bit of an accident that melted most of his face, but he's no less vigilant a soldier. He's been sent to guard an object that could threaten our campaign. Get in there, and burn the rest of him, Underlord.
Just a continuation of the Time Splitter's Future Perfect run right here. Excellent. Looking forward to the training wheels coming off, though.
The veil of this world through a schism, a point of weakness in the bonds between realms. Unfortunately for us, the Empire has crafted defenses to keep us from the heart of their kingdom. These inhibitors prevent Underlords from trespass, but whether it's bone or stone, it can be broken. I suspect that this Empire force has yet to taste true battle. But before you go engaging them, you'll need to muster up some minions. Unfortunately for me, your time in the ether has left you a weak husk of your former self. In order to reacquire your powers, you will need to access the veins of evil. Open them now, and use a sin to unlock the archive.
Sin? I mean, I'm on the assumption he just wants me to go and get all this gold. Build a 3x3 archive and attract cultists to your dungeon. Very well. It's going to be a bit more than 3x3 though. More space is better space. Ah, so that's rally all minions. Okay, here I was thinking it'd be under the spells tab. Wonder if there are hotkeys for these. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 9 and things there. Right. What was he saying to do? Build an archive. I see no such archive here, though. Well, what I really want is a vault. Well, there's a lot of things I really want. Veins of Evil. Oh, to unlock the archive.
Unlocked.
Ah, I like that.
Will allow your minions to research additional sins, which can be spent to recover your lost powers. Build one now to begin researching additional sins.
Rather build a vault for now. How do I get more of these little bastards anyway? I want to make more of my workers.
Prioritize objectives in a specific area. Place a worker rally banner in that location.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, I'm liking what I see a lot here so far.
Forgotten powers are far more impressive than those you currently wield.
It's really like they went, okay, here's everything there is in Dungeon Keeper. Let's modernize it.
Slap the banner with a right click to dismiss it.
Slap, you say?
Click on its icon to dismiss all worker rally flags at once.
Nice. Alright. I'll get the rest of this done when they claim it all. They actually wants me to use the worker rally very well. Let's get, say, this done and mine this out. Having looked it up, the narrator for the game is Richard Ridings, the same narrator from Dungeon Keeper Suit. Really? Does that mean he's the voice actor for the old dude in Peppa Pig?
Attracted by the magical tomes within your archive, these minions will spend most of their time researching sins for you.
I'm surprised
Though
and
they are
impressed.
weak combatants.
Time to rest.
A hungry minion can always find work elsewhere. Build a slaughter pen before your minions starve.
Must it done before?
A cultist has entered your dungeon.
I doubt it's all Peppa Pig references. But who's to say, really? Ah, right, there's a way to slap this away, right? Yes, bye-bye worker rally. Quit your dancing around and get to work. Can I only carry 3 of them at a time? Ooh. Ooh, not so sure about that game. Maybe there's a sin that I can get to get more of them at a time, though. Ah, impenetrable rock. My least favorite kind of rock. Question for people that know this game. Does it have a skirmish mode?
Your cultists have worked hard to earn a new sin. Use it within the veins of evil to unlock the tavern. This room provides your minions with succulent cooked pig flesh and stout ales. After eating a meal within its hearthed halls, their spirits will be raised, increasing their productivity for a short time.
Like the sound of all these things. Right, so let's get that tavern unlocked.
Unlocked! The tavern is an essential room for keeping your minions fed. As they increase in level, they will eventually rebel if there is no tavern to sate their hunger. Build one now, and remember that the tavern is unique and must be built at least 3 by 5 in order to be effective.
Be a problem. Right, well, there's plenty of dodge over here, so what I
This
could
shrine
try
uncovers
out...
the fog of war over a wide area, allowing you to spy on your enemies and keep track of their movements.
How do I get rid of what we have here? Is there a cell? There is a cell. I sure hope I kept that money. Oh well, probably doesn't matter on this level.
You'll still need a slaughter pen in order to keep your tavern stocked. But in a pinch, you can always drop some alternative meat into the grinder. Rooms will only attract a certain number of minions before becoming full. In order to attract more, you'll need to expand them.
What is that? Some kind of pig cannon?
Nothing in this life is free, Underlord, and you'll regularly need to pay your minions for their hard work. Be sure to keep an eye on your reserves, for if you've not enough gold for their wages, they'll be swift to find gainful employment elsewhere. Fortunately, your
Germans around here looking on with envy. This is what they need. This is what we all need. Yeah, the automatic bacon cannon. Okay, expand your archives and barracks, attract more... Did I even build a barracks? That's my lair. Yeah, no, I should probably have actually built a barracks by now.
Stairs out there. Scouts, go find what the hell's making all that racket.
Rally your minions to defeat these scouts once they breach your dungeon.
I might actually need to have some actual people here for that game.
Dark a little while longer. You should try using the lightning and heal spells to assist your minions in combat.
Oh, I've got that already. Unlock Prophecy, a vision, temporary removing fog of war in a large area can be used any... Yeah, let's just go for it.
Unlocked.
I guess that's like the Sight of Evil. I mean, this game did more than just copy Dungeon Keeper's homework. I think it started a relationship with Dungeon Keeper just to learn how to deal with the test. And there's nothing wrong with that.
This is no game, Underlord. Rally your minions to defend your dungeon core.
Go, if I must.
The health of minions is represented by petals surrounding their unit shield. Once no petals remain, a creature will fall unconscious and soon die, unless returned to its lair to recover.
So I'm assuming cultists are pretty much what the warlocks were in Dungeon Keeper. Seems like a fair assumption to make. And the thing about warlocks is just get them to level, what was it, 3 for heal, 4 for meteor, and then you've got everything you need out of them.
And remain focused on their current objectives. You can assign them to the Peace Band.
They should be back by now. Ugh. Bar the doors. We wait for reinforcements.
Look
What do
how
you say about
easily
peace?
your minions cut down these sappers. If I didn't know better, I'd say the Empire is woefully unprepared. Once minions are rested, you can leave them to their work or force them to train by dropping them in a barracks.
I think they know what to do. Oh, no, I love this visual indicator of their health up here. Looks a lot like it did in Dungeon Keeper.
The Empire's Templar is their core foot soldier. Dim-witted and pure battle fodder for an Underlord, despite his training in the barracks.
Nemiblub, you see, if you don't like Dungeon Keeper, it's not that there's something necessarily wrong with you, it's just I can't understand you. The very idea of not enjoying Dungeon Keeper is just so alien a concept to me. It's that, how can I ever really know you? And if I can't know you, how can I trust you? Well, it's given me a lot of things that I could, would, or should do, but I imagine what I would want to do is have some kind of rally around here.
Something, you could at least vocalize it, Underlord.
Right, can I pick up my glorious units here? Oh, I can pick up quite a few of them. Get to work with the killing, lads. Shanks make short work of that guy. Oh, and even fair. I want to see if I can possess. Doesn't look like I can just shift click for possess, but this'll do. Let's skedaddle. So what do we have? Like 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of things we can do here. How do I attack, though? Doesn't seem to
If
want
any
to
of your
attack.
minions fall in combat, your workers will attempt to rescue them and return them to their lair, where they may rest and recover.
Oh, we can even see the health on the doors. That's
Will
nice.
call down a thunderous bolt of energy, damaging and stunning a single enemy. However, it can only be used within your own territory.
That's what I was afraid of. But it was massively cheesy in Dungeon Keeper. Just get sight on the enemy and nuke his imps.
The enemy have breached the damn walls. Steel yourselves, lads.
Oh, you can try to steal yourselves.
The Empire's cowardly priestess supports her allies from a distance through her wholly misled beliefs in the goddess Kira. You'll often find her cowering in the archive and sanctuary. Heal will restore an injured minion based on their current health. The healing energies will be shared with other nearby minions if they are also injured.
Loot to be had as well. Wonderful. You'll die trying, I'm afraid.
Prophecy will temporarily remove the fog of war in a small area.
Can I use it in
allowing you to
multiple
scour
places?
the map and spy
Oh,
on your
yes. Level 10 mages. I did not believe in getting your mages above level 4 in Dungeon Keeper. The worst thing is they would keep casting a gust or whirlwind or whatever it was called, the one that was a huge blast of wind, and that would really disrupt battles. That is a problem, isn't it? Let's turn this into a vault. Oh, well. I need to find out how to get more of these little gobbos. They're being a bit slow. Yeah, it was the Gust book. The freaking Gust book. Oh! Here's the Lord of the Land. Is there a pause? P? Maybe pause button itself? Pause break? No? Oh, what? Whatever I'm pressing brought up the debug menu. Let's try and undo that. Okay, there we go. Scroll lock opens debug menu for the game. Gotcha. Right, we need to kill the melty-faced sir here. That's right, cheating already. You've caught me. Yeah, you're not getting out of here. Use the peace band above the rally icon. Prevent certain minions from following rally flags. Assign to peace band, remove from peace band. So I guess I would want to do that for, say, people that are dedicated to researching, but nah. Spacebar, no, spacebar. I'm not actually sure what spacebar is doing. It's taking me to here. Seems to be working out fine for them. Is this taken over? Is this actually ours? It is ours. Well, that's wonderful. We sell it all. The room is ours. And then it's time to get my units stuck in there. Oh, you can carry quite a few of them. That door is going to be toast. And then I command you to get over there. The rally isn't costing money, I don't think. Call to arms certainly cost money in Dungeon Keeper. It might not seem fair to keep comparing this game to Dungeon Keeper, but I would say quite the otherwise. Centering the last event is pretty common in RTS games, really. I wouldn't know.
The light is gone. Kira, I am extinguished.
It seems almost charitable to put him out of his misery. Well
Yeah,
done, Underlord.
it isn't right, is it?
You're learning much faster this time. We've barely even started. and you already have a notch on your belt. Well done, Underlord. But there's no rest for the wicked. 2 inhibitors still stand between us and the mainland. But after your butchery of poor Lord Rusimov, I doubt they'll be as weakly defended. We've barely even started, and you already have a notch on your...
Okay, we have a bit of a problem here. We have too big of a problem here. I immediately know that I'm happy with what I see here. I don't want to play this for 2 hours. I want to beat this game. I'm actually going to force this one in for the next long play. So once we're done with RimWorld, we'll clean our way through this. It doesn't look like a long game at a glance, but I want to take and indulge in this one when RimWorld isn't hanging over my conscience like it does. So I'm actually going to cut this one very short and make sure that we drink this up in its entirety afterwards. I kind of had the impression this would be some kind of cheap knockoff of Dungeon Keeper, but the initial impression here is strong and it is good. So this will be returned to the channel quite soon. I guess that makes this episode 1 of the War of the Overworld Longplay, which is definitely going to happen and will resume in earnest once RimWorld is done. So, a little unfortunate to have a short stream just now, but I think I know this is for the better for enjoying this game. So, until I'm back with more, it's a cheers and, you know it, a cheerio.